What's up guys, welcome back to the channel in what is more of a quick shout out than it is a full-length review, but I have quite a few videos that I need to put out in the next couple of days, and obviously I'm not in my usual filming location. I wanted to get this one out quickly because this film doesn't come out for another week or so, and I think it deserves to be seen and will likely wind up being one of the underdogs when it comes to horror releases in the year 2025. That movie is Bring Her Back, directed by Michael and Danny Filippo, who you might remember for directing 2023's Talk to Me, which was a smash hit in terms of critical reception. I think audiences generally liked it as well. I enjoyed it, didn't quite love it as much as I wanted to, but it is pretty cool how these YouTubers went from, making home videos to making feature-length films for a major studio. The film follows two young siblings, Piper and Andy, who are sent off to live with a foster mom after their father passes away. That foster mom is Laura, played by Sally Hawkins. And before long, some weird things start happening. Her behaviors grow increasingly problematic, not to mention the fact that she has another foster child that was somehow never mentioned, Oliver, a strange young boy who also behaves mysteriously. And I'll say this, if you liked Talk to Me, I think you're gonna like this too. It has just as twisted of a sense of pure terror. And this movie is bleak. I'll get that out of the way right now. Like, if you're looking for an uplifting film, don't watch this because it deals with some very heavy subject matter and it pulls no punches in regards to how dark it's willing to go. I understand that some people might take offense to children being harmed, even in horror films. If that's a line that you think shouldn't be crossed, I totally understand why. But there is a commitment that this film has to, it keeps things real. It doesn't sugarcoat anything. And it is the kind of film during which you kind of figure out what's going on pretty early on, as long as you're paying attention to some of the clues that are thrown at us. But that doesn't change the fact that it was very effective in getting under my skin and just giving me the shivers. It's not scary in a traditional sense. It's more so disturbing and unnerving. Gives you that creeping feeling that something just ain't right. And you want these two kids to get out of the situation, because one of the things that I was most shocked by is how endearing this sibling bond is. I have never seen the actors who play Andy and Piper in anything else, and I thought they were exceptional. I genuinely cared about these characters, and there's some manipulation going on that puts a bit of a rift between the two of them. Some of it feels a bit predictable and cliche, but some of it is quite clever, and I like that these feel like fully fleshed out characters and not just vessels for which we experience these horrific elements. And when I say horrific elements, I mean it. There's a lot of gore in here, some body horror. One scene in particular, which involves a kitchen knife, I'm not sure that I've ever seen that being done with a kitchen knife before, and I could go the rest of my life not seeing it again and being totally happy with that. This movie has some of the best practical effects of the entire year so far. Genuinely just grotesque, horrific stuff. I somehow haven't even mentioned Sally Hawkins yet. She's exceptional as well. The acting on a whole does a lot of heavy lifting, even when it feels a little bit more safe and predictable in terms of the tropes of this sort of genre with a bunch of supernatural elements, mysterious children acting off. But early on in the film, you're led to believe that this character, Laura, played by Sally Hawkins, is a pretty one-dimensional character because she's up to some things that are obviously morally frowned upon. But I think we all know that characters who are evil for the sake of being evil are much less interesting than characters who do evil things but actually have a reason behind it, and even if you don't support what they're doing, you understand why. Bottom line, I will be in the front row to see whatever these guys make next. I think their screenwriting could use some refinement. Once again, there are some tropes, there are some predictable elements in here. And there was one sequence that I almost feel like was trying to be gory for the sake of being gory. Didn't really serve a purpose to the story. But beneath those tropes, I do feel like there's a sense of freshness to what these two brothers have been putting out with first Talk to Me and now Bring Her Back. So I'm gonna give this film 3.5 stars. I think it's worth your time. That's the same score that I gave Talk to Me. I think I might have liked that one a smidge more than this. So those are my thoughts on the film. If you do manage to catch it when it drops in theaters next weekend, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think of it. Hit that like button as well as subscribe if you want more content like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.